Hey guys, let's talk about the astrology and energy for the month of February. February is going to be a very busy and challenging month energy wise. We have a lot of big astrology happening. We have a lot of challenging astrology happening. And some of it is on the more rare side. It is astrology we do not see every year, sometimes not even every decade. So we start the month off with a full moon on February 1st in the sign of Leo. Full moons occur when the sun and moon are in opposite signs, and they tend to highlight and illuminate things that we need to draw attention to or things that we need to release in our lives. On February the 13th, Saturn will return back into the sign of Aries. Then February the 17th, we have the first eclipse in the sign of Aquarius that we've had in some time, and it is a new moon eclipse. It's going to be the first one in an eclipse series that goes for the next 2 years. Aquarius is the sign of the humanitarian. It is the water bearer. It also represents technology, fast movement of things, intellectual matters. So we are likely to see some things that have to do with intellect, humanitarians, communities, our global economy, people. So pay attention to that. And then on February the 20th, we are getting a Saturn-Neptune conjunction in the sign of Aries. The last time we had Saturn and Neptune come together was in the year 1989, and it was in the sign of Capricorn, and that is when the fall of the Berlin Wall happened. You know, Capricorn represents like boundaries, actual physical structures. That was a moment where a actual physical structure came down. This time it is in the sign of Aries for us, where this conjunction, and it is going, Aries is a sign, that is Mars ruled. Mars is the god of war. It wants to get out, it wants to get things done, it wants to stand up, it wants to defend itself. So we're likely to see things being challenged on we're already seeing it on our ideals, on humanity, just different things. So and with that, the last time we had a major Saturn transit like this was in 2020, but it was Saturn and Pluto that came together. And we know what happened in January of 2020 when that happened. We didn't have the full scope of things, but about 3 to 4 months later, we knew exactly what was happening with the pandemic. So with this Saturn-Neptune conjunction, I am just making a prediction that we will see some big astrology with that. But as we get to like April, May, we'll have a bigger picture of what is happening with that conjunction. It's not one we see all the time. The last time Neptune was in Aries was during slavery and the Civil War. So that it is very rare astrology. It's not something we see all the time. We do have just like just a small sweet spot of astrology with Jupiter and Venus, but we end the month of February with our favorite. On February the 25th, Mercury will station retrograde in the sign of Pisces. So usually, we enter our retrograde period about 2 weeks before. So February 6th through March 20th, we will be experiencing the chaos and the communication hangups and hiccups with Mercury retrograde. So February starts off with the full moon, ends with the Mercury retrograde, and that will travel into March. So the next 2 months, we do not have easy astrology in front of us. It is a time where we need our communities. It is a time where we need to be double checking and fact checking. It is a time where we need to be combing through our ideals. What is important to us? What are we willing to stand up for? Those are the things that you need to be looking for with this astrology. So I know this was quite long, but I just wanted to give an overview for February because February is coming in hot, y'all.